My name is Delma Denmar and you're watching My Search for Me. In the last couple of weeks I shared parts of the interview that I did with Mandeep last summer. It was a very inspiring but also deep interview. We talked about different things like the organization she works for, Creative Visions Global. We talked about her career, we talked about motherhood, how that affects you. So I really invite you, if you haven't seen it yet, to go back to those two parts. And in this final part of the interview, we're going to be talking about things like who have been her role models in life. What's the biggest lesson that she's learned in life to date when it comes to doing business. But also, she will be sharing her advice when it comes to finding yourself. And she has some interesting things to say about that. So I invite you to watch the interview till the end. I also invite you to leave your comments here below the video, to go to the Facebook fan page, My Search for Me, and like it. And I hope you enjoy this final part. Who's been your role model in your life? Do you have one? Or perhaps several?
I think several. So my mother is a definite role model. I just seen her work so hard, but always be there. You know, family is a real key for her. And I've just seen the sacrifices, actually, not just of my mother, but of all my four fathers. And I'm creating a family tree right now, and it's hopefully going to go back, hopefully 300 to 500 years, because that's like where we can see the lineage. That's how much we can see so far. But I'm grateful to all of my ancestors. They're all role models, because I wouldn't be here today. Mm-hmm. And that they've paved the way, and they've really sacrificed so much so that we're standing on their shoulders each and every time. Over each and every generation. And then beyond that, I would say a role model is, for me, not someone who is in the media eye and I can, make a sense of their lives and think, wow, isn't that great? Role models to me are mentors who have shared with me such that I'm able to then shared with me and championed me. And there are many, many people like that. Okay. Really, from school onwards. Yeah. So I conducted recently the 20 years school reunion of my high school. Oh, wow. And there are teachers there who were role models. My first boss, a flying school I used to work at, who helped me get a private pilot's license, was a role model. Wow. And he helped me get onto the property ladder. And then my next boss was, they've all contributed. Even my boss at JP Morgan, who's I'm in touch with still today and going to spend a week with in France next week. I mean, had it not been for her, one, I wouldn't have been hired. Two, I wouldn't even be doing that sabbatical. And she wouldn't have, it's someone who's not interested in you doesn't say go and follow your dreams, or yes, you've got the freedom to do this, that and the other. They don't empower you. I mean, she really empowered me. Yeah. And I've really been lucky. I mean, Kathy's been a huge empowering force. There are just so many people in my family and outside of my family that I've been really fortunate. Yeah, very nice. I think it's also good to sometimes stop and think about all those people. Yeah. In their way contributed a little bit to better you and better. Or a lot. They've contributed a lot. Yeah. Has your mother also been a career woman? She got married to my father when she was 17, and wanted to be a doctor and had studied to be a doctor, and then came, she was born and brought up in India, and she came, my father was raised here, and when she came she basically wasn't happy just to do, just to go to work, and with her lot she invested in businesses, etc. etc. So she really, and created a lifestyle where she could work and be at home when we needed. So yes, she has been a career woman, and even today continues to work, whereas my father has retired. So she can't stop. I don't think it's that she can't stop. I think she knows that it's not yet time to stop.
Okay.
And also, we're all living longer, I think.
That's true, that's true. And I think it gives in general people a lot of energy, because you see a lot of times when they stop, they slowly stop living as well.
Yeah, disintegrate.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, so nice. What is the biggest thing you've learned in life today?
That's such a difficult question.
I can imagine.
The biggest thing.
Again, it can be related to career, like.
You'd like it to be related to career?
Yeah, because we've been talking mainly about.
Okay, the biggest thing in career I've learned. So I'm an extremely impatient person, and the biggest thing I've learned is that one, everything comes around, or what goes around comes around. So, for example, relationships, all relationships, to maintain all of them, because you've met someone for a reason, and somehow, in some way, you'll interact with them again. So just to be super, just see the best in everyone. And then I mentioned my impatience because I've really, sometimes I thought it served me, but in some ways life is really long, and there's actually no need to be overly impatient such that you shortchange yourself, or such that you're so fast and then you don't build your foundation. So to really give yourself the chance, to set yourself up for a success, and to give yourself the chance to really prepare and put the effort in, because it will reap the rewards at some point.
Yeah. And don't you think that your children have also shown you that being patient is a quality you need as a mother?
Yes, but with my children, maybe it comes more naturally.
Okay.
Whereas in the workplace, you don't have that same.
Yeah.
That has, I guess, yes. Over the last 5 years, I've become a different person because of them. Yes.
No, I can imagine that would affect you as well, because I noticed it when I had my daughter that children are really like a mirror, and they really show you also your weak spots.
Yes.
And I can be impatient as well at times, but I can see that in my daughter that some things I have to let go, or it's just the way it is. So accept
and then you use that into your career too, and allow it to inform the career. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then I had a couple of open questions. So basically, the first thing that comes to mind, my life purpose is
to serve.
And life is all about
having fun. Is that contradictory? I hope not. You can have fun while you're serving.
Of course, especially if it's something that gives you a lot of energy and gets you excited. It sounds like what you are doing.
And to concentrate on your strengths.
To concentrate on your strength, that's also what life is about.
Yeah, like we're all unique, we all have our individual talents and our strengths. Don't spend your life trying to improve the bits that you don't like. It's just an ongoing uphill battle.
Yeah.
Focus on your strengths and get encouragement and nourishment and energy from your strengths, and the rest will look after itself.
Happiness is
love.
The biggest misunderstanding is
comes from not listening. The biggest misunderstanding is that we're all the same, that we're all super connected. We're really the same person, the same being, the same energy. Yeah. Probably we all think that we are very different from our neighbors, but in the end we all have basically more or less the same needs in different ways. But 100%. I mean, we're all we are creating what is in front of us. So we really are the master of our own universe. If we don't like something, it's because of us. If something's not going well, it's because of us. If something needs changing, change it. Like, it's really all in us. Okay, great. Well, like the videos is about trying to inspire and advise and share tips with others who are also looking for, who are on their way with their own search for themselves.
what would you advise to others who are still searching for, what is it that they have to bring to the world or can share with more people?
I think that the search never stops, that you never get to a point, maybe you do, I haven't got to a point where you think, oh, that's it, I have nothing more to do, or,
Yeah.
So that it's natural and normal to be in that searching, uncertain, who am I, what am I here for, what am I meant to be doing, to have those questions, it's a very good thing. And to allow yourself the patience to just sit with those questions and for things to unfold, rather than thinking you have to have the answers. Life is the answer. It will unfold.
Yeah. Just let it happen.
Yeah, and I think to really be okay with the uncertainty, the more false structures we create for security and certainty, the more we're limiting ourselves.
Yeah, very true. Well, I really enjoyed this conversation. It was really, really nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can imagine people are curious about your work or about Creative Visions. Where can they go to find a little bit more information or perhaps connect with you directly?
So for Creative Visions, to go to creativevisions.org.
Okay.
To connect with me directly. What would you like? Twitter, Facebook, email?
What's the easiest way? What do you check the most? Or if they have like a question, or if perhaps they want to get involved with Creative Visions, is it easier to shoot you an email or?
Yes.
I don't know.
yes. Okay, shoot me an email on mandeep.rai@creativevisions.org.
Okay.
Or you can find me and message me on Facebook or Twitter or
different ways.
Yeah, all those different ways.
Yeah, okay, excellent. Thank you so much for being here today.
Okay.
So this was the interview that I did with Mandeep last summer in London. I thought it was a really nice, warm, deep interview, and it was great sitting there with her, and I really learned a lot from just talking to her. So I hope yourself too. So please do leave your comments, your insights below this video, or share it on the Facebook fan page, My Search for Me. And Mandeep shared her advice when it comes to finding yourself. She said basically that you shouldn't force it, that we all have big questions about life, about what we're supposed to do here. But sometimes it's also good to just be patient with life and let life unfold. And you will see that you will be guided in the right direction and the right path will open up for you. So it also has to do with trusting that it all will work out in the end. So yeah, I really thought that's something to think about and perhaps in your life also pause at times. And she also said something about focusing on your strengths, because we all tend to focus mainly on the things that we can do or that we're not very talented in. But we are also all quite unique, and there are things that you can do better than anyone else. So try to focus as much as you can on that part, and people will really appreciate that. Great. So next week I will be sharing the interview with you that I did with Arvind, a good friend of mine, also the writer of the book Get the Life You Love and Live It. He's also a coach, so we will be talking about his book, we will be talking about himself as a coach, but also how he became a coach. And it's going to be another very inspiring interview. So I hope you join me next week, and in the meantime, be well. And I'll see you very soon.